Assalamualaikum everybody, I hope you all are doing well. So today's session is on how to study during Ramadan. Study during Ramadan is really difficult because we are fasting and we don't have that much energy to study effectively. And also we want to focus much on our holy activities, so which might be difficult for us to stay much focused on our studies. Okay, so let's start with all the tips that will help us study better during Ramadan. The first tip is create a study schedule. That's really important. Plan out your study sessions in advance, taking into account your prayer, iftar, and suhoor times. List down everything on a paper in a detail. And you know what the paper is going to be called? A to-do list. Then stick to the to-do list. I know sticking to to-do lists is really hard, but we are supposed to stick to it to make ourselves disciplined in order to study effectively during Ramadan if anybody is preparing for some or other high-stakes tests like QSMLE, COMLEX, and CLEX or others. I've got a comment from Ayman. Wa alaikum assalam. Okay. Then moving on to the next technique that can help you study better during Ramadan is set realistic goals. These techniques have helped me a lot, and I'm positive that these will help you guys too. Break down your study material into manageable chunks and set achievable goals for each session. Like, I cannot finish a book in a day. I'm supposed to divide it in specific study sessions, like I'm supposed to study a few chapters in the morning and few chapters in the evening. So this is how I set realistic goals. Focus on most important topics or subjects during most productive hours of the day, like after iftar or after Tarawih. This is a time when we are allowed to eat or drink anything, so we are feeling energetic. Moving on to the next tip, that is take breaks during sessions, these study sessions. Breaks are really important because these breaks help us take rest, pray, and recharge. And after recharging, we can study more effectively with more passion. And I've got a really cool tip here that you can use your downtime, like the breaks you take during Tarawih, and you can have a quick review of your notes. You can have a quick lecture. So moving on to the next tip, that if you guys have got any tips that have helped you stay focused more on your studies during Ramadan, you can share with me in the comments. Okay, we were talking about the hydration. Why is hydration important? It is important in order to help you feel energetic and more focused towards your studies. Drink plenty of water during your study sessions. This will help you feel motivated to study. Moving on to the next tip, that is use the Pomodoro technique. That's a very famous technique. Let me explain how this technique works. You actually study for almost 25 or 50 minutes, which is followed by a 5-minute break. And what we are supposed to do in a break, that we take rest to recharge ourselves. We might drink or eat something to recharge ourselves and pray, or take a light exercise. This will help us feel the motivation and get the energy to study more effectively. I've mentioned the best times to study during Ramadan is after Fajr prayer and after iftar time. And also you can go for after Tarawih. These are the times when you will feel more energetic. Moving on to the next tip, that is exercise regularly, but make sure exercise and engage yourself in such a light physical activity such as walking to help you yourself stay focused and refreshed. And these things definitely help in studying. The next and the last tip is make dua. Make dua for guidance, focus, and success in your studies. This will help you memorize things better and even faster. So these were the 7 tips that helped me study better during Ramadan if I was supposed to prepare for an exam or for a school test or whatever it was. And also to focus on the holy month, like its requirements, like the prayers, recitation of the Holy Quran, and other things. So you can share with me what things helped you. I'll go to the first slide. So if anybody joins in now, they might know what was the session about. And if you want this PDF, I'll send you that directly to your email address if you send me a reminder. And I have mentioned the email address in the comments section. And if you want to connect with me on my social media, I've got my Instagram and Twitter, both with the handle medzukhruf. Okay, I'll wait for some time. If you've got any questions or any tips or suggestions regarding study during Ramadan, and then I'll end the session. Okay, so that's it for today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. I did so, and I'll see you soon in other live sessions and also in other videos, lecture videos, survival guides, product reviews, or anything else. And see you soon. Till then, Assalamualaikum.